Welcome into this Lion Vision update with UNA baseball coach Mike King. The UNA baseball team is coming off an exciting weekend, a road trip down to Pensacola. And coach, we take 2 out of 3 against West Florida, and that's big for several reasons. One, that was the preseason favorite in the Gulf South Conference. 2, we haven't won a series in Pensacola since '06. And then the third thing, it really locks us up at the top half of the Gulf South Conference standings right now.
Well, you know, that's what I was, after the series, I was kind of figuring out, I can't remember the last time that we actually won a series at West Florida, and it's just a very difficult place to play. They play very well at home, especially with their pitching. You know, they play such good defense, and their pitching, obviously they were turning a lot of the guys, so we knew it was going to be a heck of a challenge. And I was just real proud of the way we competed this weekend and really handled the pressure of the situation, and just had overall a really good weekend.
You mentioned West Florida's pitching, and our pitching was spectacular once again. A 3-game series. We used 4 pitchers on the weekend, highlighted by Tyler Joyner and Devin Shraglia, both throwing complete games and picking up wins to remain undefeated on the season.
You know, Tyler's done that a couple times, and you know, he just seems to get stronger as we go, and you could sense that again. And especially about the 6th inning, he was really getting stronger and better. Everything seemed to get tighter, and of course he's done it before. And then we took that lead late, and you know, you knew exactly he wanted to go out and finish the game after we came and had that big comeback, and he did what he needed to do. And obviously Trag's thrown the 9th inning, which hasn't done that a lot, but he was able to get strong. And again, our defense allowed him to keep his pitch count down as they played tremendously that final game.
Let's talk about the makeup of this year's team for just 1 second. You start with game 1, and West Florida actually takes the lead late in the ball game, and we have to rally. So we show some fight, some grit. And what does that say about this team, that on the road, a tough place to play in Pensacola, that they're able to fight back like that?
Well, I think it is. It's just kind of trusting in their abilities and trusting in the system and the process. And I think that inning was really keyed, and I've been waiting for someone to come off the bench and get a big hit. And we talked about I think we've had like 5 opportunities for guys. They've all struck out. Tate Mathis, which is a redshirt freshman for us, I called upon him to come in and get a hit, and he does a great job, and he leads off with a single in that inning, and then it just like everybody followed right behind him. And we seem to, once we get a little momentum, this team kind of feeds off each other, and that was started by a guy coming off the bench and being ready, and that's what I talked about. You never know when you're going to be called upon, and so I think that's kind of what they all kind of feed together. They seem to work together, and they kind of trust each other.
Let's talk about a couple of the individual efforts from this weekend. Kyle Hubbock just continues his hot start, 6 for 13 in the weekend series.
Yeah, Kyle had the first game, you know, didn't have quite the game, but boy, the 2nd and 3rd game, he really came up and started swinging the bat. And you know, you got to get used to them. They pitch really well. I think with Mike Jeffcoat to call him pitches, he really knows how to mix, so we had to kind of adjust, and I thought Kyle did a good job as the game went on, looking for different pitches, understanding what they were trying to do, and had some really big hits for us, especially in game 3.
2 more players we'll hit on real quick. Drake Tucker, he had a 4-hit day in game 1, and Peyton Sockwell, he's had a slow start this season, but it seemed like he got the bat going as well.
Drake is, you know, just continues to just be so consistent this year, not only at the plate but defensively. But he had some big hits, obviously in the first game, and he was the one that got us the lead. Took a 2-strike pitch, chopped it, you know, high into the 6th hole, and he runs well. But you know, he's just he kind of ignited the other inning too. But we moved him up into the 6th spot, and he just continues to put the ball in play and hit the ball hard, and he's just doing a very good job for us right now.
This weekend, the Lions host a Gulf South Conference weekend series with the Lee Flames, Coach. So we're sitting tied for first right now. What is Lee bringing into Florence this weekend?
Well, Lee's a very good team, and they're kind of, if you look statistically, they're up there in pitching and defense, so they're not going to make very many mistakes. It's one that we have to play well. We know we're going to have to play well. They've been in every game that they've played, swinging it, so they're a really complete team, and we're going to have the same energy, the same focus, and we're going to have to try to do it again. You know, when you got 24 more games to go, you got to kind of, okay, that was a great weekend, winning 2 out of 3 at West Florida, but the bottom line is we got to kind of regroup, and we got to be able to do it again, and it's going to be that way pretty much through the rest of the season, because the conferences, if you look at it, it's so tight. And everybody is they're just all quality opponents, so you got to continue to play well and do what you need to do to try to win the games.
This weekend, 3 games starting Saturday with a doubleheader at 1 p.m. The final game on Sunday at 1 p.m. as well. Come out to Mike Lane Field and cheer on the Lions in exciting Gulf South Conference baseball action.